Hello everyone, it is Loki. Happy Friday. And I'm here at you with the sixth class. What we're going to go over is items of divination or such things like that. Everybody wants to know, do you have a crystal ball? Do you do this? Do you do that? Well, I do, but I don't use it for that. For me, this is purely decoration. I don't know how to read a crystal ball. Then it's also just because it's pretty. Because, dear God, that is a huge selenite orb, and it cost me only $30. So, yeah, there was that. So, why would I pass that up? Big and pretty, $30. Hell yeah. Well, there are different things that you can use for divination or contact and such, and one of them is my board in the background. I don't necessarily use it too often, but you can. I suggest you look up how to use one. I will eventually hold a class, if that's what somebody is interested in, on how to, what you should and shouldn't do, and then I will hold a class like that if you want. I'm not doing it right now because there's other things of divination that are more culturally accepted nowadays than that is, because a lot of people still see it as a bad omen, even though it's not. And Bella, you're a loud bunny. She just glared at me. Anyways, other items of divinations and reading and such. Tarot cards. Let's see. I have 3 different decks. You can have as many decks as you want. You can have as many decks as you don't want. I have 3. My oldest deck I got from my friend Liz is the Morgan Green deck. You can see the box is literally gone. I do keep them in it because it's of use. This is probably my more accurate deck when it comes to reading. I like using it when I read Logan's Hellbound Heathens cards. This is what I used. It's one of my favorite decks. I keep it actually in a bag. And the bag is falling apart, so I need to get a new one of those. I also have the Instant Tarot of the Golden Dawn. These are pretty good, pretty accurate. I like them as well. Yes, there's tape on the bottom of the box already. I've used them quite a few times. It has a double duplicate card in there, so I'm careful with that one. Then I have the Tarot of the Elves. I do not use this one as much as I should. Because to me, they're more story cards than they are tarot cards. Because every card has a different, every set has a different story to them. But they still do the same job as tarot cards. I just don't use them that often. Those are just the 3 decks I have. Soren has the Necromancer deck, and it works fine for them. Other things, pendulums. I know I've shown these 2 before. I mean, the whole show me yes, show me no. Fun things like that, you know, the direct yes or no kind of questions. And no, I'm not moving them. But they're more of those indirect questions. You can get a splay thing that it will go to with letters as well if you want to pretty much use them. You can use them on what's behind me as well. It actually has it in the circle for that reason. But you have the divination if you say numbers or letters. Excuse me. Then, thirdly, my favorite, runes. You can store them in a bag, you can store them in a dish, you can store them however you wish. I at one point did keep them in a bag. Now I store them in green chalice. You can get runes made in stone. These are in, I think they were dragon's blood? Yeah, dragon blood stone. Yes, it's green. And I got these in this. There's about 25, 26 runes in all, and one blank stone, which, trying to find mine. It's normally the smaller stone. But you can see the runes carved on them. Vase. I like these because, well, you'll have to look at the meanings of the runes when you cast them. And sometimes you just reach in and take that handful and you toss it, and whatever is facing up is your runes to use. And I've had it where I've had none face up. Then I roll and see what they were and read what it means to be face down. But casting runes is a lot more difficult, I want to say. I haven't had very good accuracy with the runes yet. Still working on that. You can also get them in wood. Normally round pieces of wood that have it burnt in or carved in. You can get them. You can make your own. If you're going to do it out of stone, you need something to etch into stone. I'll tell you that right now. They're a little complicated. But with the tarot, you draw and read what they mean. Most tarot decks will have a little book with them. Because I have the elf deck right here. Sometimes each deck has a different meaning of the cards. Yeah. Some of them have different meanings of the cards. This one, mostly, the cards are storied. So, I would need more of an advanced book to figure out what they actually mean. So that's why I don't use this. Like in here, though, you'll have... Their books are useful. Use their books because that's what they're meant for with the decks, is to be guided by their book. And you have the directions in English and Spanish. And if you're watching my video in Spanish, bravo. I don't know how, but this one has it in English, Spanish, I believe French. It has it in a couple of languages. Yeah, but English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Deutsch. So, and sometimes they'll give a setup of how to use them in here. You can do the 3-card draw. I prefer doing the 3-card draw. I tend to be a little bit more accurate with that. But all the information you need to know about your deck is in the little booklet it comes with. Read your booklet. Your book is your best friend. Like with anything, these are resources and tools. Do you necessarily need them on your path? No. If you want them, you can get them. If you enjoy them, you can get them. I've had it where I didn't want tarot to begin with. Then my friend gave me one deck, and I went to the store, and I ended up getting this deck. The elf deck was a gift from a former roommate, and I haven't used it very often. Runes, I would pretty much get just for the significance of them. If you're going to go down the Nordic path. Originally, that's what I got them for, but then I started reading up on them and became more interested in reading them. And I would suggest doing so. Don't let them just sit around and collect dust. As for reading crystal balls and crystals and everything, you would think that I would know how, with the amount of them that I have. But I do not. It is a very careful skill that I do not possess. Can you learn this skill over time? Possibly, yes. Am I going to take that time and learn it? Maybe eventually. Do I suggest you do so? I suggest you do what you wish to do. What I would suggest, like I said, if you're starting out, get a small beginner's deck. Not something too complicated when it comes to tarots. Get runes, study them, enjoy them, see what you can do. Pendulums, same thing, but you gotta remember people are gonna say, you're moving it, you're moving it, you're moving it, you're moving it, when you're not, or the wind is moving it. They're gonna say things like that. Can these be accurate? Yes and no. I think it's more to you're moving it with your will. And you might be subconsciously a little moving it yourself. Do I still trust what comes out of them? It's a 50-50 shot. Do I enjoy using them? Yes, I do. I actually have named them Ezekiel and Frere. I enjoy these two because they bring back nostalgia of my first starting out, when I first started out. I was really big into these. I still have a couple I ended up giving out to friends, so I have a certain one put away. But I would suggest starting out with small things. Yes, I would suggest at least getting one. And then going from there to see if you want to keep on deviations. But with that, I will be ending this one. It's a little bit of a short video today because Loki has things to do. Cleaning, mostly. We have a friend coming down here in the next 2 weeks, so you may have a guest star on here with me. Anyways, I want to say have a great weekend and blessed be. See you Sunday if you watch Even Haven.